Baseball fixes everything. Baseball is a uniter. It heals people. Hi, I'm Jonny Gomes, and welcome to Consignor Confidential. From day one of spring training, the eye was on the prize. Playing in Boston, it's World Series, Super Bowl, the Cup, or bust.
Welcome to Morning Baseball from Fenway Park, where it's also Patriots Day.
It's a very historical day in Boston. The Boston Marathon is ran that day. Our game actually starts at 11 o'clock. Getaway day, heading to Cleveland.
The throw will be late. The Red Sox win. A walk-off on Patriots Day. Mike Napoli getting it done.
There's some rumblings about an explosive or fire. No one really knew.
Let's get now to Boston. Apparently there's been an explosion at the Boston Marathon.
We are watching this come in as you are.
And then it wasn't until we actually sat on the bus where, with social media these days, it was just
There are about a dozen people hurt, and we don't know whether this was an accident, a natural gas explosion, or something more sinister.
The unknowns of what was happening and, is our family safe? I'd say one of the eeriest feelings were us driving on the highway out of town and the whole time police cars, fire trucks, ambulances going in.
Moments like these don't show our weakness, they show our strength.
It started when we landed in Cleveland. The whole team goes out to dinner and just starts discussing what we can do. Visit people in the hospitals, help the first responders. How do we honor them? We came up with the 617 jersey and then Boston Strong. Boston Strong was invented right there. That Boston Strong, it turned into like a lifestyle, but it just carried so much weight and was so powerful and everyone rallied around it. So when we came back from Cleveland, I was prepared to not have many people in the stands because it could be dangerous. No one wants to go outside anymore. And boy, was I wrong. The city literally just jumped on our backs and wanted us to take them to the promised land. And normally, the city is across your chest when you're on the road, and when you're home, it's your mascot. So it should say Red Sox on the white jersey. The first time ever a white jersey with the city across it. And then we had the Boston Strong patch, and those were hanging in our lockers. And I was like, wow, almost like I could imagine Superman's cape. I wouldn't say this was a must win, but it was, right? And a must win in April, come on. I've been to 3 World Series. There was way more going on. We had all the FBI guys. We had all the CIA guys. We had all Boston's police force. We had the medical people. We had the civilians that were running around putting tourniquets on people's legs and arms and carrying them, and all these, civilians that turned into heroes and iconic people in Boston to be able to share that place with real American heroes. This was the first step to where we can hang a must win on a game and accomplish it.
We want to thank you, Mayor Menino, Governor Patrick, the whole police department for the great job that they did this past week.
When he does give these speeches, he's so powerful and you just know it's from the heart. And then, he dropped the F-bomb.
This is our city. And nobody gonna dictate our freedom. Stay strong. Thank you.
It wasn't oh no. It was duh, it's this Big Papi. He beats to his own drum, and it was well needed. I was on top of the dugout. Guys were coming in. Vic was playing right, and he goes, "You got to hit for me." He goes, "My back's fired up." He goes, "I can't go." And I was always super prepared. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit, so I had to gather the stuff. And then it's Sweet Caroline time, and luckily that bought me some time because Neil Diamond was actually live on the field singing Sweet Caroline.
Jonny Gomes, pinch hit, wall ball double. Gomes delivers.
Double off the wall, and I go to second, and I turn around to our dugout, and I do this with the flex like that. That just became, an iconic photos on the cover SI with this flex, is the Boston and the Strong. That was really cool to see that photo. And the flex is, it's stuck, and people do it on the streets, and it became the new high five. Yeah, so 1,000%, that jersey was going home with me. And I wanted everyone's signature that was on our team on it. I mean, this was pretty important for me because, I wanted to do it right. I wanted all the guys, so I had a roster. And every time I'd, go up to a guy, I'd cross it off in my locker. I mean, I didn't get 25 in one day. I didn't want to be, that guy. But at the same time, I didn't really care about being that guy. I wanted everyone that was involved in this iconic game. It's special, man. It really is. And then looking at it now, thinking like, man, there might be 4 or 5 Hall of Famers, on that jersey. And then, of course, you didn't know if you're going to win, the World Series at the time, but game used, team signed, World Series champ jersey, a 1 of 1. I don't even know how you can comp this jersey. Baseball fixes everything. Baseball is a uniter. Baseball doesn't stop. Like, baseball just is awesome. It fixes things. It heals people. Us as athletes couldn't wait to get there, and the fans couldn't wait to get there. So anytime even to this day, I bumped into a Sox fan, what blew me away from the first time I heard it is they all said thank you. It meant so much to that city, and to be able to, smile and celebrate and cheer for, 4 hours a day was so impactful. And this game, this day, this jersey, this is going to be in history books. Like, this story is going to be told for 300 years for sure. I kind of always want to know where this jersey is. And at the same time, I was there. I did it. So this is an opportunity for me to share, this piece of memorabilia. 2 iconic photos. One, the Boston Strong, and then being on the cover of Sports Illustrated. And another one, I set the World Series trophy down on the finish line, within feet of where the first bomb went off. Just showed how powerful and wild that season was.